going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Nick with the Carpet Garage. I want to do a 6-month review of the Camaro ZL1 and I want to let you know what problems that I had, what I love about it, what I don't like about it. And let's get to the video. Before I do, again, like, subscribe, really appreciate it. Helps me out, guys. Get the video out there, get people to subscribe, bring more content, again, all that jazz you guys already know. So let's go ahead and get to the video. For some reason, people like, I guess like issues first. I'm not really sure why, but let's go ahead and get the issues, the problems. Let's get that out of the way, and then we'll start with the positives and some things that I don't like about it. But so the first negative or issue that I have so far is on the driver's side. I guess driver's side front. Recently, when I start making a wide turn or a sharp turn, I hit almost like suspension's dropping out. If you ever lowered your car and the shocks and springs are not aligned, you hear a thump. Well, that's what I heard on the driver's side. So I kind of got on the internet, started doing some research, and what I've done so far is just torque the wheel up to 130 pounds, recommended by GM. And so far it has corrected the issue on the thump on the driver's side. So if you guys experience the same thing on your 1LE, let me know in the comments what you've done to fix it. But that was one concerning that I have, and it only does that on like sharp right turns. And I heard that if you wash the car and there's some, I guess, condensation left over, then it gets between, the wheel and the hub and cause that dump problem. But again, I torqued it back to 130 and I haven't had any issues. And the second thing that I have so far that I don't like about it is I said the build quality is pretty good. There are some couple rock chips here and there. When I bought the car at about 1,400 miles, 1,470 miles. So far I had about 1882, I believe. I should know, I just had the car out. So I got some rock chips just from driving the vehicle, not much. I don't have PP up on the vehicle. I don't drive it that much to even invest $5,000 in doing that. Plus it's a car, so I enjoy it. I try to keep it as clean as possible, but there are some rock chips. The paint is super thin on this car, so they don't take much. Like I said, the paint's really good. It's just that it's super thin. They didn't really lay it on the paint, but again, paint's pretty good. Another thing that I don't like, if you see here, this part scratches real easy. It don't take much in the front of the car, so I wish they had made that more durable. I hate to say even a carbon fiber or maybe even black plastic, but it scratches real easy, so that's another thing I don't like about it. Also, while we're on the front end, let's go ahead and start. The dive planes are super easy to pull out the clips that's on there. I already had to replace one when I first bought the car. While cleaning the car, they pull out on the driver's side. They pull it out on this side over here. So I already had to replace that one. What I worry about when driving or when I'm walking at car shows, etc., or going to car shows to say, there's people that walk by really close to the car, end up clipping it, or when I wash the car, water hose, etc., end up clipping it and messing up the dial plane. So that's probably another thing that I wish it was more sturdy on there as well. And the other one's gonna be in the interior. Again, so 2019, guys, I haven't had too much issues as far as like any quality controls, anything major, but I will note that I do have some rattles on the inside. So, two of them that I noticed that just came up. Both of them by the steering wheel. So whenever I drive, maybe because suspension is so-called rough, but it's not really that bad with the PS4s I have on there, that has developed some, and it only happens when the temperature goes up. So maybe that's because it's, the interior plastic is rubbing differently, but it's definitely developed some creaks and some rattles, etc. I don't expect Mercedes quality, so I'm kind of used to it. The car is a great car otherwise, but it has developed some rattles. So if you're interested in the car, just know that it is an American car. This car here does the same thing, and it's even more expensive. So it does have some creaks and rattles as well. So you kind of get used to it. But once you floor it, you get the exhaust sound, then all is well. So creaks and rattle is there in the Camaro. Just something you expect. All right, guys, the last final complaint is going to be about the wheel. On the clear coat on the rear passenger wheel, on one of the spokes it start to come off, peel off. I'm not sure why, but I noticed it's only on this one wheel. The rest of the wheels are fine, but something to look out for. One of the clip coat is starting to peel off on the, at least on mine, on the passenger rear wheel. All right, so that's the complaints. Since that's over, let's go ahead and get to things that I actually do like about the Camaro ZL1 10E. And let's go ahead and first start off with the looks. Absolutely menacing versus the C7 Z06. But I say first and foremost, you can't own this car without the looks. I mean, this is what I think, other than track, this is what you bought a car for. So, and the second thing is going to be handling, guys. I mean, that's what you get this car for, is the handling. So, I haven't been on a track, but I have taken it on definitely some curves. It's really good at handling car, exceptional. Probably equivalent to this one. It's just actually a little bit more in control. A little bit heavier. This one feel like the back end is going to kick out a little bit more, but definitely handling would be number 2 that I absolutely love. Number 3, I'm just gonna go straight into is the color. It's called Shadow Gray Metallic. It's a beautiful color, changes colors whenever, I guess, different sun sets on it, or different, if it's cloudy, it's a different color, more grayish when the sun's out, more blue. Absolutely love the color Shadow Gray, highly recommend it. 4th is gonna be the carbon fiber wing. Absolutely, people don't like the way it looks. I absolutely love the way it looks. I know kind of people say it's a Camaro, why do you have a wing on there? I love the way it looks. It's different. You know, like the carbon fiber, it definitely works, 300 pounds of downforce, and it just sets the car off. So to me, I love the way that the carbon fiber wing looks on this car. It sets it apart from any other Camaro. This one's not really, I mean, you can get this for the regular ZL1, so I wouldn't say it's different, but for me, it's a personal preference. The fact that it's a stick shift, it's a 6-speed, and this one's a 7. I'd probably say definitely the 6-speed is exceptional on this one. The transmission is different than the Z06. I love the way it shifts. I love the way it feels in your hand, and just love it rolling to the gears. So that's definitely something I love about this car as well. And then I'll get to the next one real fast, but it kind of goes into the same thing. The LT4 motor is awesome. 650 pounds-feet of torque, 650 horsepower. I love the blower whine. This one doesn't really have one, same motor, but this one is exceptional. So thanks to MPI on that as well. Definitely enhances the blower sound, but that is something I love, is the LT4 motor. The stick shift, just a really good really good looking car, guys. So and also lastly, I'll kind of throw this extra to it, is exclusive. I don't see too many Camaros, ZL1s on the street. I don't see too many at the car shows. Definitely don't see too many ZL1 10Es at the car show. I think I've seen maybe 3 or 4 of them total, and Houston's a big place. So unless people got them in garage, don't drive them. Every car show, and I go to a lot of car shows, as you know on this channel, if you've been part of it a while, you just don't see these cars. So I'll leave it, the last thing is being exclusive, knowing that when you go to the car show, there more likely won't be another one like yours. And lastly, guys, I'm gonna leave you with the things that I don't like about it, which is actually really nothing. I love everything about this car. The only thing I'd probably say is just the kind of what I mentioned before, just the rattles in the car. I'd probably say for what you're spending, 70,000 plus, you know, you can live without the rattles. So it's an American car. I hate to make excuses for them because you're buying it for performance and looks, but definitely you could have done better on the build quality. GM on the rattles part, but again, my Z06 rattles too, so it's kind of what you expect on a car. Other than that, guys, I mean, I can't really say anything negative about the car. It so far has lived up to the hype. I think the only thing I probably say wishful thinking, could it have more power? I mean, yeah, I mean, any car can have more power. It would, I would love to have the Cadillac motor, or even, 20 extra horsepower goes a long ways. But that's the only downfall, is that when you compare it to, a Hellcat, a Red Eye, GT500, that's the only thing they can say is just the power part. So, that is down on power. So, but it's not really made for that, guys. This car is a well-balanced car. It's a track car. It takes curves with the best of them. And I mean, literally the best of them, and it's fast. It may not be as fast as GT500, but it's well-balanced. So I'll leave it with that. I mean, I don't really have anything negative. I absolutely love the car. I highly recommend to get the car if you can find one. The only thing I probably say is not really the Camaro. It's more of like the ordering process to get one, and trying to find a new one is absolutely crazy. So that's another thing I probably say that I don't like. It's just that it should be a lot easier. I wish the Camaro demand was there so they can make more of these cars.